Blake. How are you?
Hello, I'm good. How are you doing?
I'm good. How was your day today?
Oh, it was good. Just another day, work and work and work and work.
Well,
Have
welcome
you
to.
have you found any a new gig yet?
Yes, I'm going to Washington on Saturday.
Oh, cool. That'd be good. How long are you gonna go?
Um, it's usually around 3 months, 3 to 6 months.
Dang, you'll be there that long?
Yep, until they pretty much fill the position. So yeah,
Dang, that's
yeah,
crazy. It's a long time.
yeah. But it's a job. So
There you go.
hi, Alyssa. Thanks for coming in. I appreciate it. So, what did you eat today?
I had some stripes, burritos, and like a gas station.
Ah,
I had their little stuff this morning, and then at lunch I had a Dr. Pepper.
ah. I love Dr. Pepper. It's been 30 days since I've had pop.
Man, that's crazy. I don't know
Yeah,
how you do it.
it's very, very hard. And then Kenny comes in with a Coke right there, and it's like,
It's
I
my
want,
boy.
I want. uh, it's not Dr. Pepper, but it's better than my water with the fizz. But I took
Like,
my measurements today. I lost 4 pounds and lost 1.5 inches
wow.
with the no activity. Just the diet change.
And
Imagine
not.
what you could have done if you moved.
Hi, Didi and Phoenix. Thanks for coming in. I appreciate it. But yeah, so I mean, just changing your diet a little bit, you can lose weight. And when I go to Washington, I might be more active because it's beautiful there. I plan on like maybe hiking Mount Rainier or because I'll be
Yeah.
right next to Mount Rainier and the ocean and stuff like that. So at least I'll be able to make myself get out and see some good scenery.
You won't be bored, that's for sure.
Yeah. Hi, Slim Shell. Thanks for coming in. I appreciate it. So I went and got my hair done today so I could
Yeah, it looks
before
nice.
I see this. Oh wait, this side. I see the dye that's on my forehead and I can't get it off.
It'll
Oh
take a
well.
few days.
Yeah, she messed up and got dye on my forehead. But oh well. So how was your trip with your girlfriend to San Antonio?
Oh, it was fun that we did all the stuff there that you would go and do. Except we had dinner at the Tower of the Americas, the big giant needle that's there and it spins while you eat. Yeah, it was fun.
Oh, that's cool. Did you see go to the Alamo?
We did go to the Alamo too, and that was fun. Uh, she's not as big of a history person as I am, so she didn't get as much out of it as I did.
Ah. So what did everyone else eat in the chat for dinner? Ken made because he loves the Starbucks grilled cheese and he's like, I have to try to um
Make it.
imitate it. So that's what he made today was grilled cheese with ham. Well, he put ham on it, and I don't think the grilled cheese at Starbucks has ham, but he put
Uh-huh.
ham on it. It was so good.
It
He had
sounds like it
some.
was.
Didi had some Filipino food. I love
Wow.
I love Filipino food. My aunt is Filipino, and she always made Filipino food at like all of our like gatherings that we had. She'd make
That's
it.
cool.
It was so good. But
I don't know what Filipino food is.
Um, like, well, I can't explain it.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm like. I don't know what it is.
I mean, I know she had like a lot of like egg rolls and stuff like that, but that's like Chinese. Um, but it's got a Filipino, I guess, twist to it because I don't think egg rolls are always Chinese. I don't know.
No, I
I
don't think
really
so
don't know.
either. But
I'm not a food person. That's Ken. Ken.
he's the food eater.
Yeah, I love to eat food. I've never had Filipino food, so I
Oh,
don't know.
whatever. Anyway, I just know she would make it and I would eat it. And that was when I was younger.
Well, what else would you do with the food?
Good point. Good point. uh, so, I was supposed to actually go to Washington Monday and start Wednesday yesterday, but my background check got delayed. I don't know what happened, but like the they said one of the counties that for my background check, like their system went down, they so it was delayed because their system went down. And it's like, oh my goodness, how can it take so long for a background check for work, but you go get a gun and they do a quick background check there before you purchase a gun?
I don't think there should
I
be a
mean, it takes
background
like
check to
5 minutes.
purchase a gun.
Well,
Not for
what is that in
unless
Illinois?
you're. I mean, like. I mean, it should be like how it is. I don't know. It's certainly a lot more regulations in the sense than it should be. But hey,
They still
that's
run
why I
through
live
a
in Texas.
FBI check.
Well, I mean, they still got to run your.
Yeah, it still goes through the
Not if
FBI
you're
background check.
not if you
But
buy it privately.
oh
Well,
yeah, of
yeah.
course. But like here in Georgia, I got the weapons carry permit. If I go in there, it's already been vetted. They just quick enter my number in, and
Yep.
within
Yep.
5 minutes, I can pay
Buy
for it and
whatever
walk
you
out the
want.
door.
Yep.
Yeah,
That's the plus side of being a licensed owner. The downside is that the government knows you have guns.
you'll be the first door they come to.
Yep, and I not me. They don't have me.
Well, but
Lost them all in a boating accident.
I lost them all in the boat.
on the Chattahoochee River, right?
Go find it. No, I was over the Bermuda Triangle. Tell them that.
But I mean, but for real though, I mean, even they can do a background check on anybody, like for whatever, in 5 minutes. But for my job, it takes over a week to do. Why?
Oh,
It should be in a database, and they have to do a background check on me almost every 3 months because every assignment they got to do a background check. So you can't have that much to look up on me when you just did it 3 months ago. It's so frustrating, but anyway.
yeah. It seems just it's not fair. There's too many regulations on too many things.
Yeah, especially in the nursing field. Like you need to give I need to sign away my firstborn son to them in order
Bye,
to.
Penny. I love you. Don't forget to write.
Yeah, sorry, I had to sign you away, Kenny. Hi, Dee Dee. How are you? Thanks for coming in. Appreciate it. But so what's the history? Can you, since you're the history buff? I mean, I kind of know a lot of it, but for anybody in the chat, what's the history on the Alamo where you went to see?
Um, well, originally the Alamo was um, a mission. It was a church. Most people don't know that the Alamo itself is not the was the like the building that you see was only a portion of the Alamo. It was actually a giant entire area that surrounded almost 3 blocks down, and it went all the way up to the river that was right there at the River Walk, and the it got over time it turned into a military post of somehow I can't remember exactly. The revolutionists took it over from the Mexican militia that was there. I don't know exactly. I can't remember, but the Alamo itself, the actual building it was a church. That was the
Hmm.
that's where they went to worship and all that.
I did not know that. I knew it was the place where, like, for the military, where the war took place, and they hid it in there or something like
Well,
that, right?
that was the I believe that the Alamo was the start of the Texas Revolution. So Santa Anna, I mean, they completely annihilated them at the Alamo. It was, I think the numbers were like 3,000 or 4,000 Mexican troops against, I think, 300 or 400 uh, militiamen, I guess you could call them, that were fighting for Texas independence. And they were slaughtered. Every single one of them were killed except for the women and children. They spared the women and children. They had some honor in that sense. But after that happened, the Battle of San Jacinto was pretty much the end of it. That's where it, the rest of the revolutionists put a sneak attack on Mexican militia or the Mexican army, and Santa Anna retreated. He ran off and he dressed up as a peasant and he hid from the people, but they found him in some alley dressed up as a peasant, pretending to be a homeless person, and they brought him back in shackles to Sam Houston, and he signed over Texas's independence from Mexico.
Oh, did not know that.
The Alamo was essentially the start of the Texas Revolution. That's what it was.
That I knew that part, but I didn't know the other parts. And so, if she's not as big into history as you are, your girlfriend, like, do you still do like historical things, or do you do what she wants to do because she's the woman?
Why would you even ask that question? Don't you already know?
just wondering, like, because there's lots of
I'm trying to be happy out here, okay?
well, because like there's times like Ken will watch a Hallmark movie even though he's gritting his teeth because he likes to do what I do, and so I mean,
Keep going. That logic is airtight.
I don't think it doesn't come with consequences, Jamie.
So
I don't want to do what I want. I want to be happy.
So you do what she wants, so you're happy.
That's not what he said.
That's not what I said. I didn't say that.
Like happy.
I don't do the things that I want to make sure that she is happy. Basically.
So you do what she wants.
What are you getting
at,
at,
dude? What are you trying to say? Yes, I do what she wants because I like to be happy.
You want
okay?
me? Exactly. Because that's why Ken does what I want, and he does everything I want. Because
I'd rather be happy than do the things that I want to do. Does that make sense? Because I can be doing the things that I want to do, but it's not happy when I'm doing it. It's like,
See,
oh,
girls need to take
gosh, why are
lessons
we
in that one
doing
too. The
it?
women
I
need
don't
to take
even
it.
want to do it. And then I'm just over here
Exactly.
like, and I'm like, not happy.
But just like the saying goes, happy wife, happy life. Right, honey?
It's not rocket science. I mean, if you want to be happy, you got to not do the things that you want to do.
Exactly. Exactly. But there is some compromise because like yesterday we watched
Hey, are you recording this? Are you recording this? Kim? She said there
well
has to be some compromise. Get that in writing.
like what movie did we watch yesterday? It was it was a MI6 type movie, like spy movie. I forget what it
Mission
was called.
Impossible.
No.
No?
No, it was a B one. It was a B movie.
Yeah, it was a Netflix one. But anyway,
No.
it was that's his type of movie, so and not a Hallmark one. Even though I wanted a Hallmark there's this movie. It's called Once Upon a Crime on Netflix, and it looks like
Mm-hmm.
a Cinderella type movie, but with a murder, so like a twist. So not necessarily uh, all about Cinderella, the typical Cinderella movie, but and I want to see it. And Ken's like, I'm not watching that. But I'm like, but it's got a murder in it, so it's not just like the Cinderella story. Hi, Lily. Thanks for coming in. And it's like, dude,
I'll do some things for. I do a lot. I do everything for you, but I'm not doing that one. Meatloaf.
why
I
not?
would do anything for love,
But I'm not doing that.
but I won't do that.
But
That's
I
funny.
could see like watching Beauty and the Beast or Cinderella or whatever. But this has got a twist to it. I figured you would be okay with it. But
uh,
whatever.
you thought wrong.
I know, right? But so, so do you think that people can get desensitized to things if they like say blood and stuff like that if they have to be around it?
I think that goes with anything in your life. You can be desensitized by things. If you just continuously see bad things happening and happening, I mean, you can't, like, you don't have control of the world. So it's kind of gonna, it does something to you that just makes it seem like it's normal, if you're around it all the time. And then that's where people start to get complacent with life.
Yeah.
No matter what it is. So I don't like if it's for a job or something. That's just part of training and getting used to the job. Like if you don't like blood and gore, I guess for some people that's just like whatever in some sense. So
Well, look
I
at
don't
you
know.
when you're going to nursing school.
I don't
Didi
know.
says we take turns with what we
Case by
want to do.
case, case
Yes,
by case
Didi.
basis.
Yes, taking turns is great. Yeah. But no, the reason I ask is because when I first entered nursing school, or like my first clinical, someone had a little scratch on their head, and it was already stitched, and I just had to put like peroxide or clean it up a little bit, and I almost passed out, and I didn't think I was going to make it through nursing school, and I finally got desensitized. Well, when I was getting my hair done today, somebody was saying something like, "Oh, I can't do it. I can never have been a nurse." And I said, "Well," and I told them what happened to me, and they're like, I said, "You get desensitized to it," and they're like, "I don't think I'll ever get desensitized." And um, so I, it brought up a question of like, well, okay, yeah, I got desensitized to it because I went through 2 years of clinicals and dealing with the blood and guts, but can every can everyone just get desensitized if they don't like blood and if they really want to be a nurse?
I
Let
mean,
let me ask
I
you.
really don't know. I really don't know. I think those are all mental things, and you can train your mind to do pretty much anything. So I truly think that over time anything can change just by working on it or applying it into your everyday life. It just becomes routine, you know? Like soldiers in the military, they start as these little, you know, baby grunts, and then they evolve into these, you know,
Machines.
mach- killing machines that are like, it's just that. And you know, these guys they weren't born killers. That's something that they had to evolve and become. So same, I think it applies in the same sense in the medical field. You know, it's just your mind is so much stronger than you can possibly imagine. I think we only use like 10 or 15% of our brain, our ability. You know, if you were able to unlock the rest of that, you know how crazy that would be. Like you could just totally conform to any like habitats. If it's hot or cold, you can just mentally say like, this is what I need my body to do. I need it to close up my pores so it's not that cold. Or like if you could actually control those things, like it's all mental. It's all mental.
Yeah. Dee Dee says
Yeah,
that.
and Wilma says mind over matter every single time. I
Yeah.
agree. Hmm.
Yes, it is, and I think that's how they train Navy SEAls, like
They
to
make
like
them sit in hypothermia
yeah,
type
No,
water
check
for
this. This
like
is the one. This is the one that about Navy SEALs that really gets my respect from them. Is they take these guys and they put an oxygen tank over them and a tube, and they'll take the tube behind them and they'll tie it up in a bunch of knots and everything, and then they take they take their oxygen line, they tie it up so they can't get any, and they have to undo it while they're under there. And I think they're like they've got like a weight at the bottom of their feet or something. They just throw them into this pool and they're trying to get this thing untied off their back so they can breathe.
oh my,
And
they bomb or die.
yeah,
yeah,
they'll literally like, and that's another thing. If to be a Navy SEAL, like if you quit, you got to ring this bell. And those guys, like, whenever you get into a point where you're like, I'm not gonna do something, you've trained yourself mentally to say, I'm not gonna do that. Those guys will stay under there and black the out before they try to come back up or ask for help. They'll literally black out. They're like, I'll die for this right here. And I respect that so much. That's just training, okay? You know?
yeah.
And they get to do that exercise 3 times, I believe, because it's the hardest one of them all.
Wow, it all seems hard
It's
to
all
me.
willpower
I
and brain
couldn't do
power.
it. Dee Dee says, I just helped our neighbor's dog yesterday. He's old and got out of breath, and I calmed him down. Oh, that's good. Hi, Tamika. Thanks for coming in. I appreciate it. Yeah, I mean, it a lot of things like even pain. Like Ken 2 years ago, I think almost everyone in the chat knows that he got hit by a bus, and
Right.
he he's been in so much pain, but he refuses to take narcotics because he doesn't want to get addicted to the narcotics. And so he always says it's mind over matter, and it's all in your. He's like, just don't think about the pain. It's like, well, I can't do that. I mean, I'm the biggest wimp when I'm in
I
pain.
swear you can. You like, and see, that's your mental. You're not letting yourself be mentally strong. You're refusing that next step of like, you don't tell yourself that you can't do something. That's so asinine because you can do it.
Yeah, and but that's what he does. Like even if he's in pain, he's trying to walk through it or finish doing what he needs to do, even though he's in excruciating pain. It's like, oh my goodness, I can't believe you are doing this when you're in so much pain. And like if you looked at him, you would not think he's in excruciating pain because he just does whatever he needs to do to get it accomplished, even though he's in pain.
Yep, you
Oh,
got to do what
Dee
you
Dee
got to
says,
do.
yeah, I do pain every day. Yeah, mind over matter, exactly, Dee Dee. But like like even after my surgery, I was in so much pain, and I for like 2 days I took the OxyContin, and then after that I didn't. since I had to go to work and everything, I didn't take anything, and I was I was in pain, and I just had abdominal surgery. I didn't get hit by a bus. I don't know how. And Ken's still in pain. He's still trying to recover. He can like he'll be limping around, but he'll still be doing whatever he needs to do. And,
Yeah.
and if anybody saw him, they wouldn't know he's in so much pain because he just tries not to think about it. He says, if you don't think about it, you're not going to be in pain. Think of something else. And I'm like, I don't know how he
That's
does
what I
it.
think. That's what I do. It's just how you do it.
I give
It's
you
just
guys a lot of credit because, like, when I'm in pain, it seems like even if I try to forget about it, it's all I'm thinking about is the pain.
yeah.
Ken says, pain is a reminder that you are alive. Feel it and be gracious. No, I don't want to be gracious for my
Yeah,
pain.
you're above ground.
Well, I'm gracious
So
for
many
that,
people don't
but
get that opportunity to feel the pain.
yeah, but
It's the families that are left with the pain. If you're
Just
alive and you're
kill
feeling pain,
me.
it's yours. Own it. You get one more day for everything to be good.
oh
Amen,
no,
brother.
no, no, thank you. Oh my
No.
goodness. Uh, I like I said, I'm the biggest wimp. But I mean, I had surgery and I was like dying and barely walking. And he gets hit by a bus and he can do more than I can because he tries to go through the pain. And if people saw him and then they're like, oh well, you haven't even been on any pain pills since like the first few days out of the hospital, you're not in pain. It's like, how can people really say that? I mean, I don't know if anybody's ever said that to him, but I'm sure doctors or whatever probably think that. But it's he's coming in 2 years later saying he's in a lot of pain. It's like, but you've never been on narcotics, so how are you in pain?
I've
Well,
had plenty of it.
and it's
This is
like
true. I
it's
agree.
Dee Dee says it took me a year to get to this feeling. Yeah, it, I'm sure it took Ken some time to this. I mean, because he's anytime he's been in pain, he's always like try not to think about it. But getting hit by a bus is the extreme. I'm sure that's the most pain he's ever been in. Well,
No, that's worse than a broken leg or being second degree burns over my face, my arm, my chest. That's definitely worse.
yeah, this one time he was lighting a brush fire. It was a big one though, and it wasn't like going, so we went back in, and it like his face and his arm
Oh man.
all second degree burns. Thank goodness it wasn't third degree, but that was a lot of pain. And he broke his leg when he was 21 on a dirt bike, where he needed surgery and had rods placed in his leg, and that was a lot of pain for him. But
My right shin is the Terminator.
but he says the bus is the worst.
Yeah,
The-
you get a
but
back injury.
but
That's bad.
but oh my gosh!
Yeah, that hurt.
Ever since he got hit by a bus in the last 2 years, do you know how many people I hear? Like, I didn't realize how many times people say it, but I hear a lot, like in the workplace or even on TV or on the radio or whatever. It's like, well, if I get hit by a bus tomorrow or whatever, it's like, oh my gosh, everybody uses that analogy. It's like, don't.
Yeah, they go out for a night of drinking and they're like, man, I don't want to be at work. I feel like I got hit by a bus. I'm like, take it back. You don't
Hey,
have that
what
authority.
kind of bus was it?
That's a whole different meaning for us now. Where other people, it's like, yeah, if I get hit by a bus, like, okay, that's probably not going to happen, but but for us, it's a whole different meaning. So, oh my goodness. But anyway, all right, you guys, guess what time it is?
Mmm. Cupcakes. Cupcakes.
Cupcakes. All right. We got lots of people in the chat. Let's see if they can get these hard ones right. All right. What Idaho town boasts the world's largest styrofoam potato? Is it Blackfoot, Boise, or Bliss? At least they give you multiple choice on that one. Not Boise.
What? I didn't know there was any other cities than Boise.
Well, there's at least 3 because they're on the card.
That's good.
Is it Blackfoot or Bliss? Not Boise. Not Bliss.
Oh, can you read us the answer one more
It's
time?
Blackfoot. What co-star led Tom Cruise to gush? There seems to be the experience of a 35-year-old actress in the body of this little girl. What
I don't know that one.
What co-star led Tom Cruise to gush? There seems to be the experience of a 35-year-old actress in the body of this little girl.
Is it Nicole Kidman?
Nope.
I can't think of any movies he was in with a young girl. There was the one where the little boy, but I don't remember the young girl.
She was in Spider-Man. I don't know if he was. No, he's not in any Spider-Man movies, but this one was a Spider-Man. Not Meg Ryan.
I guess it would help if I actually liked Tom Cruise and watched his movies.
I don't mind his movies, I just don't like him. It was Kirsten Dunst. Kirsten Dunst.
Does it give the movie?
No.
Okay.
What homegrown terrorist claimed the U.S. Army implanted a computer chip in his buttocks to control his mind?
Timothy McVeigh.
Yes, very good. I did not know that. I knew he was the bomber,
I've
but
heard the whole thing. I've never heard that line ever spewed out.
I never did either. What epic U.S. Huh?
Timothy McVeigh. I've done a lot
Yep.
of research on him. I've done a lot of. There's a lot to know about that guy because essentially he was a brother of mine. He was in the military with me. He fought, served, went
He was a
to
decorated
combat.
that
Yes, he went. He was a combat veteran. He saw combat more than once, and he just lost his way. But I need to steer clear of that one. A lot of people feel like I do not agree with what he did at all in any way, shape, or form. Murder, especially on innocent women and children, first of all. But what the ATF and the FBI were doing to cover up what happened at Waco was just so atrocious. I mean, it's no worse than what he did. No worse than what he did. So I'll leave it at that much.
Okay. All right. What epic U.S. battle did Michael Shara depict in The Killer Angels? It must be a movie. The Killer Angels must be a movie. What epic
I
U.S.
don't know that
battle
one.
did Michael Shara depict in The Killer Angels?
I've never seen it.
Anybody in the chat?
never even heard of it.
I haven't either. Anybody know?
No.
Nope. Not the Hemogibo. I hope I said that right.
Of course you did. You never mispronounced anything.
Yeah, no, I never mispronounce anything. Yep.
Yeah, never. Capuchin.
Oh. It was the Gettysburg. It was the Gettysburg.
I've never known.
What nation's NTT Docomo company launched iMode, the world's first commercial wireless internet service in 1999?
Let's repeat.
Oh my gosh. What nation's NTT Docomo company launched iMode, the world's first commercial wireless internet service in 1999. Yes, Japan, Ken. How did you know that?
1999 internet mode. The Japanese are like one of the biggest on electronics.
That's true.
Oh
Very good, Didi. Japan was correct. Okay, for you, Blake. Who became the first NHL team owner to play in the league's All-Star game in 2001?
See, you can't ask. I don't know nothing about no hockey.
I thought you're
You
the
can't
sports
ask.
guy.
Hockey's just a bunch of guys that go out and skate and punch each other in the face.
I know. Wouldn't that be great?
No.
I can't. It's
Talk about a nice day
It's
after-
really hard to call that a sport. Okay, it's just like it's like ultimate figure skating. Extreme.
But if you
figure
can call
skating.
boxing a sport, you can definitely claim that NHL is a sport. 'Cause- well, not to
Extreme
mention
figure
that-
skating.
yeah, extreme figure skating. There you go. You get to choose the loser because you knock his teeth out.
Yeah. Kill. Oh, that's funny. Soccer. What should we call that? What should we call soccer?
All right. Who became the first NHL team owner to play in the league's All-Star game in 2001? Anybody in the chat?
Wayne Gretzky.
Toronto Maple Leafs.
No.
Was it the
It wasn't
Boston
Wayne.
Bruins?
No, it's a person.
Oh, I would have said Wayne Gretzky too. That's the only soccer or hockey player I know. I don't know.
Mario Lemieux.
Lemieux.
Yeah, he was that era of Wayne Gretzky.
I wouldn't know. I've only heard of Wayne Gretzky.
I think I have a Mario
Wayne
Lemieux
Gretzky
card.
played in the 80s, if I'm not mistaken.
I think I have a Mario Lemieux hockey card.
That might be worth 3 cents.
Shut up.
We could retire.
Probably. I know, right?
That's
Who
a
were
long-term investment.
who were Yitzhak Rabin and Shimon Peres obliged to share the Nobel Peace Prize with? Yeah, I can't even say
Does it give an era? Like what year?
no. Who were Yitzhak Rabin and Shimon Peres obliged to share their Nobel Peace Prize with?
Albert Einstein.
No.
I'll be right back, guys. I gotta go to the bathroom. I'll be right back.
It is Yasser Arafat. If I even said that right.
Wasn't he
If I even said that right.
Prime Minister of Israel, right?
I have no clue. But he obviously won a Nobel Peace Prize. Otherwise, he wouldn't have to share it. Okay. Whose Guinness record for longest continuous note on a saxophone was smashed by Christian saxman Van Berkfield in 2001?
Kenny G.
Is it Kenny G?
How did you know that?
He's like
Yes,
the greatest
Kenny G.
How did you
saxophone
know
player of all
that?
time. He's like the greatest saxophone
I
Oh my
player of all
grew up
time.
in the 90s. Kenny G was in his prime then, and it was all over all the local stations, and that's all it was saxophone.
Hey, let's be honest, man. If there's any instrument that is the true, like, just the, like, bee's knees, it is the saxophone. That sounds so good. I love the saxophone.
You knew that one too, Didi? Yeah, I did not know.
Yeah, Kenny G.
What company had no problem with Exxon's whimsical tiger mascot until he was used to hype food marts?
It's the Tiger, Tony the Tiger from Frosted Flakes, right?
Yes, Kellogg's. Yes.
Exxon, the oil company?
Yeah, what company had no problem with Exxon's whimsical tiger mascot until he was used to hype food marts? So they were fine with him using the tiger until he came into the food market, I guess. Yes, Kellogg's.
Huh.
What war did Jeff Ishara depict in Gods and Generals?
Gods and Generals was a that's Gettysburg or maybe it's definitely a Civil War battle. So if y'all can tell me any other ones.
Yes, it was the U.S. Civil War. Very good.
Oh, I thought it was a battle. I thought you said battle, not war.
It said what war? This one
Oh.
said war. The other one said battle. Okay. What classic toy did Razor revamp with its air ergo substituting an air pump for the old model's metal springs? Okay, let me repeat that. What classic toy did Razor revamp with its ergo substituting an air pump for the old model's metal springs? No, not a scooter.
I didn't know Razor had any other products besides to shave my face.
Was it the rib stick?
You're close. It's not the slinky. The pogo stick. Yes, Ken.
An air shock and a pogo stick, it wouldn't make as much noise. That'd be awesome. You guys remember that when you missed the landing at like 2 degrees off?
No, I never.
Oh, yeah.
I never did the pogo stick because I wasn't coordinated enough for a pogo stick.
Sticks were cool. I had a pogo stick for a while, and I used to use it all the time. I enjoyed it a lot.
Yes, they go.
Okay, sports question. What golfer became the first person awarded a Lifetime Achievement ESPY in 2001?
Tiger Woods,
No.
Jack Nicklaus.
Yes, how did you know that one?
Yes, those are the two that people know.
I don't even know. I know Tiger Woods.
My
That's
next
it.
would have been Arnold Palmer, and I would have just went
Yeah,
down
there
the
was
line
three.
from there.
That and Billy Madison?
No, I do know golf.
Happy
I've
Gilmore.
watched
Happy
golf
Gilmore.
ever since I was a little kid. I love golf.
Yeah,
Wait,
that's so
no.
boring.
Hold up on that note. So you said hockey wasn't a sport, but you're watching golf.
But check this. Golf was the highest paying sport at one time, if you don't know that. It paid Tiger Woods was making 15-16 million dollars every time he won a tournament.
But that's because that's Tiger Woods.
That's a nice chunk of change right there.
For one tournament, like you play 4 rounds, 4 days, and you just made $15 million. Could you imagine? What is that an hour?
It's too much an hour.
Let's 48 plus 48. That's 96.
Mm-hmm.
96 divided by 15 million. I don't know.
Yeah.
96
Too much.
divided by 15 million. Somebody do the math for me.
I can't do the math.
You math
And I can't do it on my phone because I have the live in the chat going.
Oh, that's a great excuse.
Exactly.
You're so
All right.
grateful.
What fraction of U.S. households included 2 parents and at least 1 child in 2000?
2 parents and 1 child?
At least. No, what fraction of U.S. households included 2 parents and at least 1 child in 2000?
I want to say 48%.
Nope.
38%.
Not 2/3. Nope. Not 42.
Okay, then let me go
Lower.
up on higher into the spectrum. Oh, it's
No,
lower?
it's lower.
Holy shit. That's crap. That's terrible. That's terrible.
Probably because
I was
a
one of
lot
those
of
kids though. I mean, I was a statistic.
Yes, 1/4, 25%. Yes, you are correct, Dee Dee.
25%.
Yes, you are
Wow.
correct, Dee Dee.
I would think that the
That's
sticking point
pathetic.
on that is two parents in the house.
Yeah, yeah,
Wow. That's
That's
sad.
no,
yeah.
that's
Well,
pathetic.
they say 50% of marriages end up in a divorce.
Yeah, that's true.
So
That is the true one. I knew that one. And actually the statistics even higher now. I think it's like 70.
yeah, I think it is higher now. What TV show's German version voted out Zlatko Trubowski after he asked housemates Shakespeare? Isn't he a film director?
Oh, oh, you're that kind of stupid.
What TV show's German version voted out Zlatko Trubowski after he asked housemates Shakespeare? Isn't he a film director? Um, no, not MASH. It was Big Brothers.
Don't know that one.
Hmm.
Hey, do you guys remember a TV show that was on ABC a few years ago? It was actually quite a while, but it was called The Slap.
No.
It was about
What was
this guy. Oh, and it was so funny. This guy at a kid's party, he like slapped a little kid. One of the kids was the story. The whole thing was about that, and uh, I don't know. It just you got to see it. It's actually kind of comedic with the idea they were trying to put behind it. It's hilarious.
okay? What U.S. agency employed Robert Hansen for 25 years, including the 16 years he also worked for Moscow?
Please repeat.
What U.S. agency employed Robert Hansen for 25 years, including the 16 years he also worked for Moscow?
I think he was. That would probably put him CIA. I'd say that sounds like something the CIA would do.
Not
Robert
CIA.
Hansen. Robert
Oh, I thought you
Hansen.
said
Then
Jim.
FBI. Was it FBI?
FBI.
Yeah.
FBI. Yep.
It was either CIA or FBI. Those are the only two that do
And
stuff with
Ken said Muppets.
outside.
I thought you said Jim Henson. I got a lot of people talking to my ears.
The
I
Muppets.
thought you said Brian Henson.
Okay, the Muppets. No, it's FBI. Yes, you're right, Didi and Blake.
At least I could pronounce the Muppets.
Shut up.
That's
uh,
funny.
what children's book did Forrest Gump keep in his suitcase?
Oh my gosh, you cannot do that to me. Oh, and I know I've read that book.
Read the book. It was a movie. There's an easier way to go.
What children's book did Forrest Gump keep in his suitcase?
I don't know. Dr. Seuss, green eggs and ham.
Nope, nope, and not Little House on the Prairie. Oh, we just saw a movie about this. Oh, Suits.
That's not a movie.
It was Suits. His grandma or his mom always read it to him. Which one is it, Ken?
I don't know.
Oh my gosh, you were paying attention,
I got
Mike Ross.
yeah,
What book did his? You don't remember?
no.
Ah, yes, Alyssa. Curious George. Very good. She paid attention to Suits.
Was it Curious George?
Yep, Curious George.
Wow.
What's the average winter temperature at the South Pole in degrees Fahrenheit? 30 below, 60 below, or 90 below?
I'm gonna go with 30 below,
Nope.
60 below.
No.
It, it's 90 below in the
90
poles.
at the South Pole.
The
So,
average.
yeah, the average. So don't
That's
go to
between
the
warm and cold.
South Pole. And isn't the South Pole like isn't it like by, no, not
That's
Anchorage, Alaska.
no,
It's
that's
by,
no, that's the opposite.
I thought the South Pole was in Alaska somewhere.
No, Alaska's north, honey.
Yeah, yeah.
The whole
Alaska's
reason
north, bud.
behind the South Pole.
Oh, I was thinking
Antarctica.
North Pole is in Atlantic. That's right, Alaska. So
She's
where's the
sitting
South
upside
Pole?
down, fool.
Exactly opposite of the North Pole.
Then why would it be 90 below?
You're the furthest away from the sun at the North and the South Poles.
So they're both cold?
Yes.
Oh my gosh, don't go to the poles.
You do not know that
It
they're.
doesn't make as much money as it used to.
Oh
That's-
gosh.
Okay.
Heaven
What
help the
appropriate
fool that did it wrong.
what appropriate nickname does Bobby the Golden Jet Hull's son Brett answer to?
The Golden Jet.
Repeat that again?
What appropriate nickname does Bobby the Golden Jet Hull's son Brett answer to?
Brett?
No. Not Bud.
Mm.
It is. And any guesses for anybody? It is the Golden Brett.
The Golden
Come on.
Jet.
Did he give himself that nickname?
Well,
I
if the
would've.
dad
Sounds
went by the
cool.
Golden, if the dad went by the Golden Jet, his son went by the Golden Brett.
I would have
How
called myself
stupid.
I'd have called myself the Platinum Jet just to spite him.
All right. The riddle of tonight is going to be, why did the dentist not get along with the manicurists? I think Blake froze. Oh, there he is. Why did the dentist not get along with the manicurist? Any guesses?
What? Say it again.
Why did the dentist not like his manicurist? Not because he was high. Even though that was probably a good one. Or that would be one reason, I guess.
I don't know. Something about flossing.
Nope.
Just
What, Bentley? No.
I don't know.
I'm waiting on Tamika. She always gets my riddles. If she's still in. All right.
No.
I don't know if she's in. All right. The answer is because they fight tooth and nail.
oh, that's
my
terrible.
God. That's awful. You're
All
fired.
right.
You're fired.
All right, everyone. Thank you for being interactive and having such a good night. Blake, do you have any last inspirational words?
I just want to send out my condolences
Hi.
today. Tavon Diggs tore his ACL in practice. He's a Cowboys star cornerback, and he tore his ACL. So just want to send out a big condolences to him. Hope he gets better soon. Nick Chubb also, he's the running back the Cleveland Browns. He had a serious injury on his knee that's probably going to end his career. So
Oh.
say a prayer for him. If you're a sports fan, we got a great lineup this week. I hope you guys enjoy it. I am excited to see you guys next week.
So, so were they the people on your fantasy football team?
No, they're not on my team. Neither one of those guys. I just wanted to say that because so today that happened to Tavon Diggs, but it was Sunday during the game that Nick Chubb was playing that he got hurt. And I don't even. You got to go watch the video. Just type in Nick Chubb injury, you'll find it. It's awful. I feel so bad for the guy, but I hope he's doing okay now and he recoups soon, and hopefully his career is not over. But he had the exact same injury whenever he was in college, and he had to have total reconstructive surgery on his knee. So we'll see what happens. Hopefully he's okay.
Yes, and so if you can call me after this live, so we can discuss the future podcast. Okay, and thank you everyone for having such a great night. I appreciate it. And remember, you're all beautiful inside and out. Don't let anyone make you think differently. And the quote of the night comes from John Kenneth Galbraith. Economics is extremely useful as a form of employment for economists. Have a great night, everyone. Bye.
All right. Bye.